Imagine spending your life savings on a house that you thought would be your dream home, only to discover it's a money pit that puts you into a financial nightmare. Don't worry, in today's video, I'll reveal the types of houses you should never buy, no matter how tempting they might seem, and I'll explain why these factors can turn your dream home into a nightmare. By the end of this video, you'll be able to spot these problematic properties beforehand. There are so many options when it comes to buying a house, from new construction homes to existing homes on the market. So if you have any specific questions, feel free to give me a call to go over any questions you may have. Let's get straight into the video. The first type of home to avoid are homes with structural issues. You will want to avoid homes with foundation problems, cracks, uneven floors, or doors that can't close properly. This can indicate serious foundation issues. In addition, you want to avoid homes with roof problems. Older roofs or ones with visible damage may require costly repairs or replacement. I know what you may be thinking. I can buy the home and have the insurance company pay for a brand new roof. Not so fast. Insurance companies are getting more and more complicated to work with, and most of the time will only cover a small percentage of the total roof. Finally, you want to avoid homes with major water damage. Signs of past or present water damage can indicate leaks or poor drainage systems within the house. I know you may be thinking all of these things can be repaired, and yes, that is true, but I'm looking at this in terms of a financial investment. The last thing you want to do is to buy a home and have to put thousands of dollars into a major problem that could be a reoccurring issue. If you are buying a home in a competitive housing market where you may be in a competitive buying situation, the last thing you want to do is buy a house at top dollar and then worry about any major structural issues that will cost a lot of money out of pocket. The second type of home you will want to avoid buying are homes flipped by LLCs. Homes that are flipped by LLCs, from my experience, usually lack quality and workmanship. Many LLCs and local investors who flip homes may do so quickly and with minimal investment in quality. In addition, many of these local investors or large corporations hire the cheapest contractors who will do the work, and often cut corners from small cosmetic fixes, and even worse, will try to hide larger issues. A few of the most common shortcuts you will see from LLC-owned flips are not replacing old mechanicals in the house, such as the AC unit, furnace, and the roof. In addition, poor paint jobs and poor quality finishes in the kitchen and bathrooms are very common. All of these issues can indicate rushed work and potential problems behind the walls. Before we move on to the next type of home to avoid, I am not saying you can't find a great home that has been flipped and fully renovated. It is very important to check for the quality of work and all major issues when first looking at the property, and to make sure you have a proper home inspection done. The third type of home to avoid buying is a home in a high-risk flood zone. Buying a home in a high-risk flood zone is a recipe for disaster, both literally and financially. Properties located in these areas, designated as special flood hazard zones by the FEMA, are prone to frequent flooding, which can lead to costly repairs, and even worse, cause damage to your personal belongings. Additionally, flood insurance premiums can be absurd, further straining your budget. According to the National Flood Insurance Program, the average flood insurance policies cost $700 per year. Steer clear of these properties and prioritize homes in safe, well-drained neighborhoods with low flood risk. By the way, before I forget, if you want to know everything about relocating to Columbus, Ohio, my free Ultimate Columbus Relocation Guide will be in the description below. I am sharing everything that I have learned about living in Columbus for my entire life. Next on the list is a home with an underground oil tank. I'm going to keep this short and simple. Avoid this type of home at all costs. There is too much risk involved when it comes to buying a home that has an underground oil tank. The fifth type of home I would avoid buying is an old home. I would avoid buying an older home that is 50 to 100 years old. Now, before I go on, there are some awesome older homes that are well maintained, but I am talking in a broad sense that buying an older home can often be a headache and be a costly purchase over the long term. The main reason I would avoid buying an older home is that they typically come with potential health hazard risks such as asbestos, lead paint, and mold. Not only that, oftentimes, older homes will have foundation issues, higher maintenance costs, and be less energy efficient, have outdated layouts and designs, and have much higher homeowners insurance costs. As you can see, Buying an older home can be a risky investment with very low upside. Final type of home to avoid buying is a home that is overpriced to start. I know in 2024, there are still parts of the country where homes are selling for over asking price. So this may be challenging, but I never recommend overpaying for a home. I highly encourage you, before you make an offer on a home, to look at what other similar homes in the area have sold for in the last 3 to 6 months. This will give you an accurate idea of what homes in the area are worth. One final tip is that if you do have to pay a little more for the home, that is fine, but you will want to live there for at least 3 to 5 years to build enough equity in the home before you go to sell it. To summarize, I recommend for most people relocating to Columbus, Ohio, to avoid older homes or homes with any foundational issues at all, or to mainly steer away from properties with major safety hazards that can be costly and cost you a ton of money out of pocket. In most cases, homes like these are not worth the headache, and you are better suited off finding a home that is newer and in better condition. There is a home for everyone in Columbus, Ohio, and I want to encourage you to be patient with your home search and to buy a home that checks all of the boxes for you and your family. Now that you know the houses you should avoid buying, you're ready to start a search for a great house that fits your needs. If you are looking to buy or sell a house anywhere in Central Ohio, I am a local realtor and I would love to be your real estate resource of choice. Give me a call or shoot me a text, and don't forget to download my free Ultimate Columbus, Ohio relocation guide in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and if you loved this video, you're going to want to check this one out too.